Once a Spur, always a Spur. Yeah. No. No.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. The season is just right upon us next month. The preseason is like a month away. I'm excited, and I'll try to stay on upcoming news because I think there are going to be some moves happening. The first one to get our roster down happened today, just a little while ago. The Spurs waived campaign. Spurs fans, your thoughts on this? Are you surprised? Not surprised? Do you think we should try to trade him and get something? I'm surprised and not surprised. You know, I'm kind of neutral on that. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below how you're feeling about this. Hit the thumbs up to the Sports channel and subscribe for more Spurs content. Let's not waste any time to get into the article. The San Antonio Spurs entered September with 18 players signed to the NBA roster. That is 3 too many. Teams are allowed just 15 fully guaranteed players on the roster. On Monday, aka today, the Spurs made the first of the several necessary cuts to get the roster down to NBA standards. ESPN's Woj reported that the Spurs are indeed waiving Cameron Payne. He now gets the chance to join a contending team that can give him a bigger role, which he certainly alluded to earlier this year. We'll touch on that in just a moment. Don't remember how Payne came over here. Payne was traded to San Antonio by the Phoenix Suns alongside a 2025 New Orleans second rounder and $5.6 million in cash considerations for a 2024 Spurs protected second round pick. I have no idea what that protection is. You don't often see protected second round picks. Whatever. This is another example of our Spurs taking on salary to build up draft assets as they continue to rebuild. Payne never seemed overly enthused to be a part of the silver and black. In an August Instagram Live, Payne stated that he wished he was still in Phoenix. His social media behavior suggested he was not keen on playing for the Spurs. Well, don't worry about it. You never have, and you never will. Kind of how I feel about his social media behavior. That's really all I have to say on that. Anyway, the Spurs will need to cut 2 more players before the season starts to meet the NBA roster requirements. And we know, Spurs fans, a lot of trades were made to get some draft capital. We had to bring our cap up. I'm not sure how this affects the cap when a player is waived. It's still how much of it hits, how much dead cap we have. It's not listed in the article, and unfortunately I'm doing this on a quick break at work, so I don't have time to search all that. That being said, what I do want to do, and also get your opinions, is who are the other 2 players that might get cut? I got a roster up here on Basketball Reference, and I need to move the roster around. What in the heck is happening? Windows Media Players opening for some reason. Let's shift this over like this. There we go. So, from top to bottom, I'm going to just go any players I think that might be on the chopping block, if you will. Because we got to cut 2 more players. So let's take a look. All these players from Keldon and up, none of these guys are going anywhere, in your truly opinion. No, Blake and himself, no. Ken Birch is still on the roster. He's gone. All due respect, doesn't... North of 30, already right there. That puts you as a big risk being as part of this roster, as part of this rebuild, refuel, whatever you want to call it. So Ken Birch, I got to think, is easily going to be one of the guys that is going to get waived by our Spurs sooner than later. Cameron Payne's still on here. He will be removed from Basketball Reference, I'm sure, at some point. So that leaves Osman, Bullock, and Graham. I think it's going to be one of those players. Payne gone. Birch got to be gone soon. I think Osman has trade value. He's a 3-point shooter. You know, if he can have kind of a bounce-back season off the bench for us, I could see us holding on to him. Reggie's one of those players. I know he brings some diversity. He brings some things to the team, some intangibles. Also, the North of 30 club. He's 32, going to be 33 halfway through the season, or near the end of the season. You wonder what the Spurs are going to do with Graham. He had that, was it a DWI, DUI, DD something? He's going to be suspended. I think it was for 2 games. I'm very curious which player, I should say. I think Ken Birch is a lock. I would be shocked if Ken Birch is not waived sooner than later. But who's going to be the other players, Spurs fans? One's got to go. Who would you prefer it to be? Would you like to see Osman stay with the team and get some time off the bench? Would you like to keep Osman and Bullock and get rid of Birch and Graham? I don't know. I think it could go any way. I don't know what the Spurs' long-term plans are for some of those players. But whatever happens, I'll try to report on it as soon as possible and, you know, support the team and hope that... Let me get back to the other... Hope this coming season's as fun as I'm predicting it to be, because I really think this is going to be a fun year. Last year, there were obviously a lot of ups and downs. Those losing streaks were painful, but seeing Wemby play, it's going to be a joy to watch him grow as a San Antonio Spur and watch his game develop. And I probably got off to a little bit of a slow start. We can't expect him to go out there and do 20, 10, and 4 blocks a game immediately out of the gate, but I do think he's going to play well and then continue to play well throughout the season, and how's he going to impact his teammates? That's what I'm curious too. Will Kellman have a much more efficient year than last year? I think so. Demon was looking good last year, then got sidelined by that knee injury. How's he going to look this season? Trey, if he's the starter, how's he going to perform in year number 4? Year number 2 as a starter, but year number 4 overall? Dang it. And also, who is the starting lineup could be? Because that's not exactly guaranteed either. Is Kellman come off the bench? Are we going to run Jeremy at point forward? There's a lot of questions that still need to be answered before the season starts. But no matter what happens, it's going to be a fun season. I'm going to enjoy being here. Hope you enjoy being here too with this wonderful Spurs community. That's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, go Spurs, go.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.